Investors, of course, have been waiting for Nvidia results. Those are now rolling in. Let's have a look at where they landed. The Nvidia first quarter adjusted earnings per share coming in at 81 cents today. Actually, they put a correction through just now. It's actually coming in at 96 cents. The estimate had been for 93 cents. So a beat for Nvidia on adjusted earnings per share. First quarter revenue came in at 44.1 billion. The estimate had been for 43.3, so a beat for Nvidia on revenue. First quarter data center revenue specifically coming in at 39.1 billion. The estimate had been for 39.2 billion, so a little bit of a miss on that side of things. Quick look at the forecast. Nvidia sees second quarter revenue coming in at 45 billion plus or minus 2%. And that's key because the estimate is $45.5 billion. You can see right now stock is trading higher in after hour session. It is up 2.7, 2.8%. And Nvidia's second quarter forecast also reflects an $8 billion loss in sales in China. So let's unpack all of this with Ishan Majumdar, founder of Baptista Research. Ishan, thanks for joining us today. So Nvidia was never going to be able to beat what it did last year, where its revenue for its first quarter was up something like 260%. But what's your take on what they did manage to do?
I would say that they have achieved what they promised and probably a little bit more. I mean, we knew the China impact was coming. It is probably going to be, a pain point even in the coming quarters. So this I would say this was expected. And I mean, Jensen Huang has lived up to his reputation of being more conservative in terms of what he guides and going on to outperform it. And and the best part is they have been surprisingly transparent with respect to the China impact. So I mean, 5.5 billion write-off that they spoke about, and an overall expected estimate of losing $15 billion across the year, just because of the policies of the Trump administration with respect to China. But, I mean, given this, I mean, despite all this, the fact that they were able to manage 44 billion, it's quite a good achievement. And I would say they will continue the higher double-digit growth rate in the top line throughout the year.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about tariffs. Outside of China, do they expect to be affected by tariffs at all?
I'm sorry.
Outside of the China hit, they can't export certain ships to China. We understand that. I'm wondering if they're going to be affected in any other way by tariffs.
No, in fact, I would say that there is a more positive impact of the Trump administration on this front, because while they closed the door of China quite to a large extent, I mean, there is still the possibility of the B40 chips for China, which is the cheaper version of the H20 that got banned, and but a significantly inferior chip. So I mean, the market share in China is already down to 50%, and might go down further with the incumbents like Huawei. But yes, they have opened up doors in other markets like Saudi Arabia, UAE, France, India, etc., where the investments in AI data centers is huge. So I would say that, on the revenue front, this is only going to benefit them. On the cost side of things, they have taken some steps by shifting their sourcing to TSMC's Arizona facility. So yes, I would say that. Plus, there's also the positive impact of the Blackwell positive performance per watt. So basically, this is expected to provide a positive impact on the margins in the long term.
So you mentioned they slammed the door on China, or Trump has slammed the door on China. We don't know if that door will open. It likely won't, or if it does, it'll only be part way. I'm wondering whether you think the deals in Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates will sufficiently balance that in the future.
I think it is more than just these markets as well. I mean, there are a lot of domains where Nvidia has immense growth potential. There's, of course, the reasoning models growth has already started. Then there is agentic AI, which is a whole new paradigm for growth for them. The way where AI can use more than just generating text or images, but just actually physically carrying out these tasks inside the computer. whose extended application will eventually move on to robotics, as Jensen Huang himself has stated in many of his recent appearances. There is also healthcare, which is a $200 billion market that they are expanding. That's a part of their whole enterprise expansion efforts to move beyond hyperscalers like Amazon and Meta and Microsoft. And so basically they have diversified their revenue streams, not just geography-wise, but also application-wise, building this whole three-pronged infrastructure and ecosystem. So basically, I mean, there are very few question marks with respect to its growth in the coming months, I would say.
Okay, so I just want to get to their data center revenue, which came at $39.1 billion. They also have a gaming revenue, for example. I'm just wondering, outside of the data centers, where you see specific growth moving forward. And from the numbers we saw today, did they read into that?
I would say that, I mean, I think the focus will be on this segment rather than on the gaming aspect, because that's too small, and it's bordering on being virtually immaterial. I mean, the data center side of things is such a huge contributor. I mean, the applications are so immense, and like I said, the three-headed hydra that they've developed in the form of software, networking, and hardware, the GPUs, where they're locking in AI developers and are not allowing them to move outside. I mean, so you have, I mean, obviously AMD and Intel and all, they have their open source systems, but CUDA, the way CUDA has locked in the AI developers, and then NVLink, the way they're using it to communicate between GPUs, I mean, and they're claiming that they can obviously create a possibility of 100,000 GPUs interacting all together. So, I mean, that is the side that you have to focus on right now. I mean, the other side, I think it's bordering on immateriality.
All right, Ishan Majumdar, I've got to leave it there. So thanks for your time. Ishan is the founder of Baptista Research.